What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Cass here, and we are here with episode 1 of Titans Weekly. So, breaking this down, this is episode 1 of this new series I'm starting on the channel. Each Saturday, we're going to be coming here with about a 15 to 20 to at most 30-minute episode of Titans Weekly, breaking down the news of my favorite team and the best team in the AFC South, the defending AFC South champions, the Tennessee Titans. And each week I will be breaking down 5 things that have came out that week about the Tennessee Titans. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it this week. So, going in, number 1 is the king out of the top 10. So, PFF released their annually 50-man rankings, and Derrick Henry found himself out of the top 10. And I do have an issue with this, but not as much of an issue, because I could see putting people like Travis. Travis makes a little bit of sense. Maybe you can make an argument for Derrick, but Travis makes sense. Tom makes sense, especially after what he did. Mahomes makes sense. And another thing that I like is he wasn't placed below any, above any, running backs. Like, he was the best running back on the list. So that makes it even better. But there are 2 players I do draw issue with being above Derrick. That's George Kittle and Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner, I feel like maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I haven't heard of him as much recently, because I still know Bobby is able to be suitable in this league, but it's just maybe it's me not being as informed as I should. But with the George Kittle situation, Kittle was injured for a majority of last season, while Derrick put up 2,000 yards. Shouldn't you think, at least if you're ranking them going into this season, shouldn't you maybe even switch those? Put Derrick at 8 and Kittle at 12, I think it was. Like, a full-fledged, I don't know. And plus, Derrick doesn't really blow up the PFF grading board either, but he put up 2,000 yards last year, so I guess we'll have to see how it goes. Getting into the next one, the next topic for discussion here is that Anthony Firsker went to the T.E University camp hosted by George Kittle, and he said that it was very helpful for his game. So that's very important to be able to see that he's going out trying to improve himself during the offseason. And I think that a lot of people are underestimating Anthony Firkser. Yes, he's not as good as Jonnu, multiple divisions wise. Firkser can also split out wide. We saw him do it last year. He's not going to be asked to do it a lot because we don't have the tight end depth for him to do it a lot. But another thing is, with defenses having to worry about Julio Jones and A.J. Brown and the other guy that I'm going to talk about later in this video, if we get him as well, then it's going to be a serious issue. And let's not forget, we also brought in Josh Reynolds for almost nothing. So, I could see Anthony Firkser easily getting 700 yards this year. Easily. Just because everybody else on the defense is going to be guarding everybody else. And he's going to be the one guy out. So, a good backup. So, apparently, DeShone Kizer has very much impressed this offseason with the Tennessee Titans scouts and coaches and personnel. He's apparently doing very good in the training camps. So, no decision's been made yet, but I do feel like that it's very possible DeShone beats out Woodside in the preseason. He might not, because both of them are going to probably get significant snaps in the preseason. So that's going to be exciting to see. But anyway, I liked Kizer coming in. I do believe he went to Green Bay first, or he may have went to the Browns first. It was either one of those, but he's played for both teams. But I think he went to the Packers first. Yeah. Or it may be the Browns. I might be wrong. You guys will correct me in the comments. But I really do like the way that Kizer has said in multiple interviews he knows where he messed up and he wants to get better. And he knows he's got to earn every spot he's got to get. And I really do like that. So let's move on to our next topic. Next topic is Bud to be 100%. So a lot of people were speculating, is Bud Dupree going to be ready to play in week 1? It is official that he is 100% above where he's supposed to be. So he's been doing medical arrangements and different stuff. He's above where the average player would be at this point. So that is very good news for the Tennessee Titans. That's very good news for Bud Dupree. And that's very bad news for our week 1 opponent. So Bud Dupree is going to be the guy that has to perform to make John Robinson's off-season decisions worth anything. Him, Julio, and Des Fitzpatrick and Caleb Farley are going to be the 3 guys that are going to be major influences. Are going to be the 4 guys that are going to be major influences on how John Robinson's off seasons looked back on. Dupree, Fitzpatrick, Farley, and Julio. Like, one of those 4 players need to do something out of this world. And I feel like it may either be Dupree or Farley that ends up doing that. But the final one I want to go over here is Golden to the Titans. So, Golden Tate has listed the Tennessee Titans as one of his potential landing points that he would love to go to. So, Golden Tate played Seattle, then went to Detroit. And I don't think he may have went to the Eagles after that. Yeah. So, he's not the player he used to be, very much admitted. But let me break this down to you right quick. If you have an offense with Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, Anthony Firsker, A.J. Brown, Des Fitzpatrick, Josh Reynolds, Golden Tate, Darrynton Evans catching the ball out of the backfield, as well with Brian Hall doing the same thing. Who's stopping that? Who? Nobody. That is going to be an elite offense. I would rather us go out and spend the money that we're going to probably spend on Golden, which will probably realistically be about $4 or $5 million, because we really underpaid for Josh Reynolds, and we should really thank John Robinson for that. Because Reynolds should have probably, for real, and could have probably drew around $3, $4, $5, $6 million for a year contract, and we got him for like $2. So we really need to look back thankful on that. He overpaid for some guys, but he very much underpaid for some guys as well. So that's very well. But Golden will probably draw about 4, 5, 6. If you can spend 4, 5, or 6 to get a outside linebacker or a defensive lineman, somebody that's going to rush the passer, then I think you go and do that instead. I don't think Marvin Ingram's still available, or if you could even get him for that price. But look in the free agency and see who you could get. If nobody's there, I think you give Golden a call. A guy I would also like to bring in would probably, if you can't bring in Golden, I would like to bring in Taco Charlton. He's a defensive end. I think he played for the Cowboys for a couple of years. I think coming in as like a reserve role for us would be exactly what he needs. As well as I don't think the dude that just came back to the Cowboys last year and had a really good start, I don't think he has a new team either yet. So that would be another guy I wouldn't mind bringing in. I think his name's Randy Gregory, or that might be the guy in the UFC. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Titans Weekly. This has been your boy Cass. Remember, guys, every Saturday this will be coming to you at 11:30 a.m. Bye, guys, and I am out of here.